Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently down 8.61% to 18,411. Ethereum down 10.66% to 959. On social media and in the news, you're taught to look at this particular red action like financial Armageddon. It actually isn't. There's so many opportunities underneath this market. You just have to know how to find them. What we do each day is just take a snapshot of the market. This is really powerful when it comes to understanding how different sectors actually interact with each other. On a red day like today, many people wouldn't want to look at the market. The fact that you're here shows that you've got tremendous courage, and that courage will take you into greatness. It's often easy to feel like we've done something wrong if we make losses, but that's simply not true. Losses are the market's tuition fee. That means when you experience losses, it's just a learning time. A lot of people don't see it this way and they get really upset. They think that there should have been some way that they should have seen something coming. It's natural to feel that way. But the key to understanding the financial markets is just something that happens. You actually can't avoid losses, so what we do is BORSOG instead. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the Masterclass, the tax software I use, and you can get 20% off that, and it's coming really close to tax time for a lot of countries. And you can also reach out and directly message me on Twitter at any time. I'm going to show you how to actually make profits in meltdowns, and this is not an academic thing. I've been doing sharing quite a few trades with the community. BORSOG trades. What are BORSOG trades? They're long only trades that do not involve any leverage. You're not going short against the market, you're going long. You're doing what investors understand how to do. For example, buy and then sell when it's up. And today, because I have so many of these trades, I've already shared 6 of my trades and 2 community trades. I'm going to share 3 of my trades in this particular episode. I want to prove conclusively that you can make money in a market that looks like this. As a community, we focus on having real wealth foundations and focusing on positive excellence, such as kindness, authenticity, strength, boundaries, gratitude, inner and outer peace. This is really important. You see where money is. It's all the way down the bottom right. We don't even focus on it. Why is that? You say, Ken, but it's all about money. I just want to make money. If you focus on money, you will probably make losses. What you need to do is acquire skills. Money follows, and this is the truth in any endeavor that you do. Rule 220, live with courage. Thank you to Art in yesterday's comments. Courage, and that means anyone who is here has shown a great degree of courage, and I totally agree. Art has been in the markets for more than 4 decades, and Art says, I've developed courage from being wrecked a few times. You see, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the market, the tuition fees are always payable, but you make them less and less and less as time goes on. You learn things. And then rising from the ashes to start again, just like a phoenix. And that's what we do. And every time I get stronger and more resilient. And you figure out why you actually make these mind-numbing losses. Usually it's leverage. And at other times you miss looking more broadly. There's quite a few things that you need to look at inside the crypto market and outside the crypto market. Art goes on to say, now a crash like this just looks like a perfect opportunity instead of a colossal Armageddon. Absolutely. The market will find a bottom and then rebound while all the retail investors are hiding under their covers. Courage comes from learning to face fear in the darkest of times and choosing to think in an optimistic pattern. The markets have been really red, and you would be forgiven for thinking that you just can't make any money in these markets. I want to show you that you can, and I've been doing it for about 6 videos now. This is the 7th video where I share specific BORSOG trades with you. Just because the market looks red doesn't mean you can't make money. You can make money in any market. In fact, I'm going to share 3 trades on Lit, and one I made 6.8% in 2 hours. Another one I made 17.7% in under 5 hours. In another one I made 19.5% under 14 hours. I'm going to show you how I actually came in and out of Lit. Now don't forget, this is all the while Bitcoin is absolutely tanking. It's melting down. You can make profits in meltdowns. How do we BORSOG and why do we BORSOG? Before I get into those trades, rule 760, start small and scale. It's like any worthy pursuit. You must start at the beginning and go to the end. You just go step by step. Don't race around and missteps. You'll actually, well, it's a misstep. Literally, it will cause you problems. And in the market, if you don't have the skill, the experience, the expertise, you will make greater losses. And another key thing that we understand as professionals, you only have to make a small percentage, but just roll it over and just keep doing it in a reduced time period, and you will do incredibly well. For example, if you put 1,000 in and you made 10%, you're going to get 100 of profit. That will make your investment grow to 1,100. If you do that in a week and keep doing it in the span of a year, you'll get an 11,639% return. That will grow 1,000 into 117,000. Of course, you need the knowledge, the rules, the patience, a real wealth, positive excellence focus, and you need to BORSOG as well. You must know what you're doing. And the first step in that is starting small and scaling. You can go into the market to learn how to BORSOG with $5 per level. Don't worry about what you start with, because as soon as you put money on the line, you're going to take it really, really seriously. And then when you start to be successful, you may say, oh, that trade worked, that trade worked, that trade worked. Oh, I can't be beaten. I'm going to lift this great weight. And your arm breaks because it's far too heavy. Be careful. Just take it slowly. If you want to be really, really successful in anything, apply rule 141. Go slow to go fast. It's gold. When people are just starting off with BORSOG, it's really easy to confuse it with dollar cost averaging or DCA. DCA is really an investment technique. It's all about lowering your average buy price and then just selling probably way or even years into the future. BORSOG is not like that. It's all about making gains from trading. You're literally trying to turn over things. BORSOG is a really powerful tool to get used to the emotional content of the market, and you'll find it's very emotional. When you see price absolutely collapsing, many people are running for the hills. When you see price collapsing like this, again, many people, the last thing on earth they're going to do is put 1 cent into the market. BORSOG is literally the first step on your path to become probabilistically fearless. With BORSOG, you're specifically trying to get percentages to work for you. With these BORSOG trades, what I'm actually doing is just showing you that even throughout a meltdown, some cryptos are going up. You just need to find them. Being in financial markets for more than 3 decades, one thing that I saw, a lot of people talk about trades that they make, and I think they're on something funny. They're smoking something funny because they never prove that they were in the trade. They don't provide the execution history. I always provide the execution history to you. When I say something, it's real. So what we see, Lit USDT here, and we can see that on the 13th at around 6 o'clock, I came in and bought at 783, this number here. And it was 99, 98, 91, this number here, in invested amount. And then I sold it not too much later, under 2 hours later, 1.5 hours, up here. And then that sell price was 923, this one. Buy on red, sell on green. So that actually yielded a 17.69% return. Say, call it 17.7. And that was actually done over 1.5 hours. Now, don't forget, this was in the heart of a meltdown. The whole market was turning blood red. People were running screaming. And that's what BORSOG can do for you. It can actually turn you into a gladiator. And you need that emotional composition to do really, really well in the market. And if we could continue to do that, and just roll it over like the 10% per week rule. Hang on a second, 10% per week? We were talking about doing 10% per week, but what did we just do? We did about 17.7% in 1.5 hours in the middle of a meltdown. But Ken, you obviously couldn't do that again. So let's check it out. Bitcoin was continuing to melt down, literally melting down off the face of the earth. So what do? Like a good soldier, I go into battle. So I buy at this 931 and I sell at this particular resistance level at 995. Okay, Ken, where's your proof? I need proof. Show me your proof. Okay, here we go. 931, and you can see the dates and times and the amount, about $100. And you can see the return, 106.7635, 106.7635. So that little blip actually made basically 6.8% return. And if you did that just compounding daily, you would see a return on investment, which is just crazy. I'm not even going to read that out because that's not what this is about. This is about getting you used to the market. And you say, but Ken, you messed that up. You could have sold higher. Guess what? We don't care about things like that with BORSOG. We just get what the market will give us. We just move in alignment with the market. Masterclass students know I deal with very large amounts when I trade, nothing like $100. But the concept is to show you and get you over that emotional hurdle when it comes to trading. And all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. So what are we looking at here? Look at this, Bitcoin, and this is in the last trading session. Bitcoin totally fell off a cliff, broke its mathematically protected all-time high. First time in history. What does that mean, you say? It was protected. It can't break it. Financial markets can do anything they want to. There is no certainty inside any financial market. Thinking from a terms of this has to be certain will cost you an enormous amount of money. We just have to go with the market. We can only go on probability. And the probability was it would retain itself. It would not be broken. But heck, them's the breaks. There is no certainty in financial markets. So you'll notice that there are 3 lines here. Oh, what are these 3 lines about? Let's just blow this up a little bit. So you can see that I bought at 86, 847, 837, 86, 847, 834. Okay, and what are these sells? One is at 99.7 and one 1043. Okay, this is pretty cool. So you know that the facts are all there. And then if we go and add up all these figures on the sell side, we get 358. Oh, well, this is interesting. We're starting to accumulate levels. Okay, and this is what BORSOG will help you to do. So this is why I wanted to show you this trade. And what about on the buy side? You can see that's around $300, 299.87460. So what does this particular trade make us? It made us 19.5%. Okay, that's not bad in under 14 hours. So you can see that when we say do 10% per week, you can see that you can do a lot more than 10% per week. Absolutely. And this is just proving to you. And remember that yesterday's session, Bitcoin absolutely collapsed. It collapsed down to around 17,600. Unbelievable. But what were we doing? We were making really, really good gains. And you can do this too. If I can do it, you can do it. I'd also like to thank a very beloved community member, family member, Purpuratum. Purpuratum said, today our eagle BORSOG is particularly brave and flies down into the deep valley to treat himself with a tasty fish from the river. I thought that was so poetic. In addition to the experience and skill, this also requires a fair amount of courage and strength and determination, hardiness, because the fish are not stupid and don't want to get caught. I really love it. What are we? Firefighters. What do? We carefully find a safe way to the source of the fire and put it out. Dear community, listen to your inner eagle and look for the open door. Weigh the risks and be courageous. You won't regret it. I want to show you something you may have missed. Look at this. This is Bitcoin absolutely tanking down. I'll just get rid of that thing for you. Look at that. It's absolutely tanking down. Now, what am I doing during this time? I'm saying, oh, Bitcoin is tanking. What bargains can I pick up? Where can I BORSOG? What's on the BORSOG radar? Let's get into it. And then I say, ooh, this lit looks pretty good. Bang, bang, bang. Let's do that. And look at it. It even tanked more. But what happened? We can see that there were resistance lines up here. So that's why I set those two sell levels. You don't have to just buy at one level and sell at another. You can graduate it across and spread things out. I hope that helps you. A lot of people, when they hear the 10% per week concept, they say, Ken, what are you talking about? You can't make 10% a week on crypto. It's just too hard. And if we have a meltdown, everything will melt down. There are no opportunities in crypto as Bitcoin melts down. Hopefully, I've proven that you can actually make money during a meltdown, and you can make a lot of it. There's nothing stopping us to absolutely scale up to whatever money we want per level, be it whatever that is. And the key is, don't worry. If other people are putting $10 and you're putting $100, or other people are putting $1,000 or $1 million, who cares? Just do what is good for you. I literally got flooded today with so many trades from our beloved family, global family members. I just want to reach out and say thank you to everybody for putting your trades in and just contacting me and sharing your success. I love to see people being successful. There is a definite journey that investors and traders progress through, and all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. So we're literally all traders with different holding patterns. Positive excellence and real wealth foundations are the basis of all success. If you focus on getting yourself right, ticking all the boxes, these green boxes, money will come, success will come. And it doesn't matter how long it takes because you're doing the right things. We have an incredible globally extended family, very, very positive. Nenad said, it always surprises me how we spread positive thinking through the comments section and how contagious it is. I love Patrick's comment about the song from Ella Wilcox and Ken's message about always being strong. Thank you. And wow, Brett's comment about opportunities. Thanks so much, Nanad. And there's so many incredible comments. You can just have a look through them and you'll be really surprised. Our community is very, very non-toxic. We're a courageous community filled with very, very experienced and insightful people. And Nenad goes on to say, and I think being courageous comes with wisdom and understanding. When you feel fear, what represents real fear and what is an illusion? This is really important. As Bitcoin is tanking, that's an illusion that the crypto market, all of it will go down. Yes, 99% of it will, but 1% of it won't, and we're looking for that. And that comes with learning about yourself, going deep within, being aware and dealing with it. And this is really, really important. Dealing with our own internal fears is really insightful. Thanks, Nanad. One thing that you always want to steer away from, if you're going to be strong, do not blame. Why? Why shouldn't you blame? Well, it's a fantastic way of getting rid of any accountability for anything and whacking it over on someone else's shoulders. But the point is, you can't learn from that. Blame always disempowers the person blaming. And blame actually kills skill. Money will not follow if skill is not there. So whenever you find yourself wanting to blame anything or anyone for anything, please drop it. Make yourself 100% accountable, even though that's really tough to do. But that obeys the make money law zone and the make and keep money rule zone as well. This is really, really important. In the markets just act crazy sometimes. It's just the way. They'll slice through what should be very, very solid levels, and they'll go and do things that nobody can predict. And that's okay, because that's markets. We just need to move with that flow. And you can see, I've demonstrated several times, back here, the markets were absolutely selling off. They were selling off. They were selling off. And we're making big profits on these sell-offs. You have to believe and you have to know that the market will give you profit if you have the skill. So the question is, how do you get the skill? I put the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass together to help people to understand how to mark up exponential price action, then how to look at outside trends, how to do the timing within the market, find the market's focus, understanding that opportunities reset daily, and enhancing pattern recognition. Before buying and selling, it's really critical that you master self-doubt and self-sabotage. They will kill your account. They will fill you with fear. They will make you run from the market when you should be running into the market. And professionals are not emotional. They've got mastery of emotional control. I found through many, many decades of being in markets, the markets are the ultimate self-help guru. At the end of the day, it's just you and the market. That's all there is. So the more skill, knowledge, and experience you can acquire, the better. And make it small to start with. Because as you're learning, you will mess it up. But if it's small, it's handleable. You can do $1 trades for BORSOG, $5 trades. It doesn't matter what you do, but please make it small. And you always go long with BORSOG, and there is never any leverage. I've had so many friends, because I did a finance degree, that's my background. I had so many friends that went out and leveraged. They all wiped themselves out. I leveraged too, but I was really cautious with it. But if you want to get wrecked, just do leverage. It's just a question of when you will be wrecked. Unfortunately, the greatest trader ever was Jesse Livermore, and he got wiped out by leverage. So what happened to Bitcoin? Why did it break this red line? You remember I said Bitcoin has a history of breaking the red line. It basically comes down to it, and the key is that it touches it or goes through it. We always had on the cards that Bitcoin could slice through the red line. We were hoping it wouldn't, because the last cycle high was 19,666. We were hoping that a lot of buyers would step in at the 20,000 and 19,666 levels and maintain that. But this didn't happen. And what did it do? It came down underneath this red line. And it's done it before. Remember, it's done it before. And I was pointing this out for several episodes as a potential. It could happen. And we always deal with three-dimensional thinking. We look at a particular trade that we do, and we look at our portfolio and say, what are we going to do if everything goes in our favor? Of course, that's really nice, but you can get success problems there. When do you sell? When do you scale out? What if it goes against us and just plummets? As we've seen recently, what do? And you want to make these decisions when the costs are small, not large. And what do we do if price just goes flat and just gets really boring? There is no certainty inside financial markets. They're only probabilities. The probability was that the previous all-time high had never been violated, so we thought that that would actually uphold. That was a probability. But certainty came in and smashed that probability down to zero, and we just have to deal with it. But the concept is, just divorce yourself from the idea that you need certainty. If you need certainty, you're going to lose money. Just think about it like this. Forget bull market, forget bear market, go with BORSOG market. Start small and scale. Follow the chart that's right in front of you. Move with the market's ebb and flow, and you'll do incredibly well. What typically happens when people first get into the market, they are addicted to certainty. They're addicted to indicators, and indicators will fight over each other. Charts will fight over each other. There's so much fighting. But the concept is you will lose money if you require certainty. Certainty causes terror. You don't want to be in there because it's way too stressful. You want to get out of zone 1, the panic zone, and zone 2, the blame zone, or the shifting of responsibility zone, where conflict and jealousy and all those terrible things happen. You want to get into zone 3, the patience and the rule zone, where we have learning and courage. This will make you money. That's what BORSOG is all about, and that's why I've been sharing so many trades. You can see one thing with BORSOG trading, it helps you to understand percentages, three-way decision making, marking up charts with the CTKS method, the 10-5-10 rule, price reality. There's so many good things about having probability, but the real zone that we need to get into is zone 4, where we master fear. We have an innate sense of worthiness and meaning. How do we get that? Because we absolutely destroy the concepts of self-doubt and self-sabotage. We just know that things that have happened in the past can no longer influence us in the present moment, and that does take some time. If you ever find yourself doing a BORSOG trade and getting angry and blaming yourself, please don't do that. That's zone 2. That's a certainty behavior. You don't want that. You want to get into probability. It's all about, okay, what can I learn from this? And if you're finding the cost is too expensive in terms of what you've put in, maybe just halve it or quarter it or just do 10% of it. It should be literally nothing to you. That's why I say you could literally start with $1 trade or $2 trades. It's not about making money. It's about getting the skill, getting the exposure, asking the questions that you will only ask when you have real money on the line. And you will see and you will gain confidence, and that will help you to scale. But just go slow to go fast. To assist you, I've put in a few levels, a few new levels that you need to understand and know about. And for the Masterclass students, you'll get this in TG34. Apart from doing all the trading yesterday, I created LV22, sell-off depth charts, to help you understand depth charts better, key support and resistance levels, and how I actually derive that. And there's a BLX update as well. This is a really, really good thing to have. All of those things are really good things to have. And you'll find that for the Masterclass in LV22. When you watch LV22, you'll understand where these levels come from. So, this particular chart, we can see that Bitcoin absolutely tanked and it hit the KS model limit, and it was looking like it was being okay, and then it crunched through it, and it did so on really light volume when Europe opened. And I talked about this in LV22. It actually captures that dynamic, and we saw very, very low liquidations, really tiny, and it was almost as if somebody put just huge orders in and was deliberately pushing the market down. Because there was such light liquidations, the potential for a bounce was very, very evident. So I put in these particular lines for you so that you know basically the ladders and steps inside the crypto market. So we can see one level at 22,647, another level at 19,245, another one 17,013, 15,529, and 13,899. This will give you a bit of a good understanding as to where quite strong levels are represented inside the market. I would suggest that anybody who is inside the crypto market should be starting to BORSOG. You really need to learn how to do it. I'm going to prove it day after day, week after week with trades that I show you. And I actually shared 3 trades today. I only wanted to share 1 trade a day just to give you a bit of a taste for things. But I think it's important you see how trades can develop over time. And just because price is coming down like this, you know what happened. We were taking a lot of money out of the market about 6.8, nearly 18, 19%, and just in short order. And there are so many reasons for this, but of course, price moving in a wave does tend to help. Jess had a really beautiful comment. Courage is facing, accepting, and moving on. Very nice, Jess. TSP said that I said, if I can do it, you can do it too. Absolutely beautiful, TSP. This is why I'm showing these trades, to show you that it is possible. TSP had also a really insightful way to explain courage. The cards the dealer gives you is just the hand you hold right now. Have the courage to keep playing on to the next round. Your hand will be different. Your cards will change if you continue each round. Have courage at all times to hold the cards in your hand, always continuing. Really insightful. Thanks so much, TSP. And Crypto Turtle said, I'm facing my fear head on. Well done, CT. That's what it's all about. And Beardy said, courage is doing something I don't want to do, knowing I may feel anxious or scared. Absolutely, Beardy. We feel the fear, but we're going to do it anyway. Nothing can stop us. Brett said, courage is taking one step at a time when you're absolutely paralyzed by fear. It's being in Bitcoin when the whole world feels like it's on fire. It's breaking away from small-mindedness and taking one step to break free from the pack. This is a really, really key thing. Remember that the pack is generally wrong. And if the pack or the group, the majority, is pretty much always wrong, hanging with it will not give you the right results. That's actually why we have BORSOG as an eagle. Eagles don't flock, and our global extended KS family are all eagles. Brett goes on to say, breaking away from the pack, going forward and not looking back, and being brave. Just fantastic. Thank you, Brett. Money Today Biz. Market is going down more, but the percentage up after is going to be nice. Somebody knows their 10-5-10 rule. And that's a really good one for the comments. What is the 10-5-10 rule and how important is it? And what does it actually explain to you? And maybe also explaining about percentages in general would be really good. Flamingo, I'm sorry you're not well, my friend. Flamingo's picked up the flu. Our love and healing thoughts are with you, Flamingo. Flamingo says, courage is facing life every day, living when life appears challenging, forgiveness of self and others. Always really insightful comments. Thank you, Flamingo. I'd like to share something with you. The key to Zone 3 is forgiveness. Despite heavy losses, you can and will rebuild. I think talking about forgiveness is a really important thing, and I think it would help out so many people as well. It's a little bit of a different video today because I wanted to help people focus in on how they could actually make money in a market that looks so red. I hope you found the content useful, and if you think that somebody may get a bit of a pep up by seeing what we've actually shared today here, please recommend them to the video. There's a lot of people hurting right now, and I think it's because so many people are negative on the market and they just don't understand that if they borsogged in and just did it small, they would retain all their positive thoughts and everything because they would understand that even in the darkest of days, they could be their own source of light. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting Masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global KS family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.